coming into this situation, of course, we talking about, a young lady who was working in a casino, which obviously wasn't one of the things that I would have normally
Because
go for.
casinos workers have like a stigma. Yes. So after that, I said to myself, Nash, girl, at the end of the day, you are who you are, and he is who he is. So best you leave that right there.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Hey guys, welcome back. So we were talking about
Tinder to forever.
Tinder to forever, and we reached the point where I came and I went and I met with her. So we met for the first time.
And we spoke for like an hour.
An hour and something. And before we go further, I just want to explain to people why I might be looking like this, so scruffy and whatnot. This is being recorded during the quarantine time, while the world is going through the pandemic, and unfortunately we are quarantined, we are isolating, and we are inside.
No hairdressers, no barbers. Just
Yes.
have to.
Nothing like that.
Yes.
Just yeah. So what we met. I remember coming home after that meeting, and I was home and I was thinking, wait, boy, I'm missing this girl. I am. Should I say missing? I don't know if I say missing yet. I was like, wait, boy, I'm feeling like I wanted more. I wanted more of the vibe. I just wanted to spend more time. I was like, nah, that just wasn't enough. I just, it's like you taste something real good and you just want to go and buy it again. You want to go and get it again. So it was something like that for me. What was it like for you, though, that after that night?
I mean, and I think most ladies emotional in the sense of everything is for us is based on emotion. So yeah, like I went back and work and I was saying, I feeling something, like I really like I was looking at my phone, I was like, I wonder if you're gonna text me, if you're gonna stay up and talk to someone to finish your work and stuff like that. I was looking forward to the next message or the next call or the next visit.
But I think I did message you.
Yeah,
We spoke.
likely.
We spoke when I got home, and I remember I was telling you that I was like, yeah, boy, I
And
feel
he like he put it out there one time. He's like, "Horse, you look nicer in real life." Like, empathy doesn't work.
Listen, I am a person. I am honest all the time. I don't care if it hurts
Even
your
if you don't want
feelings.
it.
Yeah, and it tends to create a lot of hate and animosity for me. But I prefer be honest than yeah. I mean, there was a point in my life where I did some lying, but I mean, I've learned my lesson, and I try to be honest. Unless it's a life or death matter. So I told her that, and I remember telling her that yeah, girl, I really, really enjoyed that vibe. I really, really, really enjoyed that vibe.
So we went from there to like I used to rail work at that time. So I was in the casino for 9 hours, then home to see about baby girl, then nails for about 6-7 hours, then repeat. So I hardly had like a lot of time where we could have vibe. So our thing was he used to come and check my while I in work. And I was closer to where he lived as well because I was living far.
Yeah, so far. And so I just pop up every now and again.
Every now and then.
Yeah. And then like sometimes if she finished work, I would meet her, and then I remember that time we went for drinks because she was telling me, hey, we should go for drinks. No, I telling you, I never really did that drinks thing in my life. One, I'm not a big fan of alcohol. I wouldn't say I don't drink, but I'm not a big fan of alcohol. I'm not one of the people who say one of the first things to do is drink. Probably eat. Clearly, I didn't get the size just right from drinking, right? So I was like, oh, but this drinks vibe, boy.
Listen, my quickest thing to say is let's go for drinks. Like, why not?
And yeah, and I remember we did the drinks thing. We did it once. Yes.
Once, and then
we did it once, and then actually we did a second time before that. But anyhow, when we did that little, I don't want to call it a date, but we did that little drinks get together. I remember homegirl was talking real garbage in my head. I was like, wait, gee, like homegirl, listen, normally, I tend to like things that are not good for me. So there's a possibility that you might be good for me.
I didn't say
Or
that at that point.
No,
I
it was
said
after
that.
that drinks night. It was after that drinks night.
Because listen, let me tell you why I said that. Because on the drinks night, we sat down having drinks, and he started rearranging the shit on the table, and I was like,
Don't say rearranging though.
putting it in order, like organizing. Who does that? Who does that? I am not an organized person. So I was like, he OCD. Yes. So after that, I said to myself, Naj, girl, at the end of the day, you are who you are, and he is who he is. So best you leave that right there.
And I tell you, when I tell you rubbish this girl started to tell me, she started to tell me about I think she said my real structured or I real organized, something like that.
Yes, because he is up to today. He is the organized one, and I am like,
I not like that, and that will cause problems, and
it does cause problems, by the way, because he can't take my behavior all the time. So I was right.
I mean, this is reaching into we skipping up and reaching into the forever part, but we'll just we'll throw it in as you're talking about it. It only causes problems when you're throwing off my rhythm. You know me. You could be disorganized as much as you want. If I need to go somewhere and you need to be on the train and you're keeping me back, or we need to do something, and for some reason you're holding that back or tying up the time with that, for me, I would tend to, be a little snappy and a little edgy.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, somebody needs to add a little structure into this, this beautiful...
Why?
This beautiful whirlwind, this beautiful tornado here. I mean, somebody had to add some structure, right?
I mean, now I'm very grateful for the structure now. But getting into it, I was frightened. I was like, should I even bother? Like, because he was way structured and he was real specific, all things that I am not. So I was like, and at that time in my life, I said I'm not going to play around with things that I don't like, energy that I don't that I don't like, or something I don't think going to work. Mama told me that, like, I was into speaking my mind, saying exactly what I want for my future and stuff like that. So I tell him out there, I was like, partner, man, this is not, I don't think this is going to work. I say, because I do whatever my mind tell me to do, and you just move at a structure. Say so. Best you don't, what was I tell you? I feel you should not pursue me.
Oh, I can't remember, but something like, don't carry it no further. Well, listen, when I tell you chaos back then, when I tell you chaos, no, I would be honest. Let me be honest. For me, because of my structure, of course, and being a DJ and being out there and all this rubbish, you had this kind of person you had to set up who you want to be with. So you would say you would like a person who works a particular place, or works a particular amount of money, or also has a particular or a certain level of education and blah blah blah, who is wash, cook, clean, who, you understand? So before I met, before that and probably a little before that, I had a long list of things or a long list of requirements that were necessary before it could go any further. And coming into this situation, of course, we're talking about a young lady who was working in a casino, which obviously wasn't one of the things that I would have normally go for.
Casino workers have like a stigma,
right,
attached. And I was also a nail tech. I am a nail tech, so it's like nail techs also have a stigma.
So it's only back on that. But as I said, when I met her and I feel the vibe is like, okay, so she not like the rest of them. And then of course, in conversation, homegirl tell me shit. I don't really wash and cook and thing,
She said, "Yeah."
She said, "Yo, going on. I could cook, but I do like the stress of thinking about what to cook. I say, all right. So now for me, I had to start to process it because even though I'm pursuing, I had to start to process it now, what I could deal with and what I can't deal with. And for me, I say, okay, I could cook, I could wash, I could clean, I could do most of those things, right? So I don't need her for those things. Conversational vibes and whatever, that's on point. So I say, you know what? I feel like sticking it out here. Now, for me, I tell people I have been around. I know woman.
I was a DJ.
I was a DJ.
So you know.
Right? So for me, I meet real women and I hear all kind of stories and I've been through a lot of whatever the case may be. So for me, it was all about the correct vibe, and the vibe was correct. So I could have looked past the not wanting or not necessarily cooking or washing or whatever, because she said she doesn't do those things. She doesn't know. And I think that's because she met a good man, so she wanted to do those things with that man.
I think that's what it is as well.
See,
like
yeah,
I met. Yes, like when you meet somebody that treats in your nice, like treats in your right up, and you have that level of comfort, everything else is falling into place. You want to do those things. I want to make sure when he come, he has something to eat. I want to make sure he doesn't have no sort of clothes there. You've seen the place clean. I try my best.
Oh,
so it's because of that. It's because of the whole vibe. The vibe is right.
I was now just trying to toot my own one day. What? She pressed the one day 2 years back. Yeah. So the night after the drinks, the next day I went to check her, and she told me, listen, I think about this, and I don't think this makes sense, She said, yeah. And she still called me DJ man.
Mr. DJ man.
Yeah. And I just said, hey, here we on. Casino girl. Well, she didn't like that at all,
That's how you get me to stop calling him
she said,
Mr. DJ man.
She said like that, I'll stop calling her DJ man. If you stop calling me. I said, all right, cool, no sin. And because to be fair and to be honest, I don't think DJs tend to have a certain stigma attached to them as well, and I am not one of the people who fall into that category.
Yeah.
I've been in the business. I was somewhat relevant in the business at a point in time, and yet still I always kept my name out of the bacchanal and out of the kiosk. But so yes, I would have taken a small bit of offense, or I wouldn't say offense, but it's like you do stigmatize me if I know I'm not like that. And
I think I was stigmatizing him at the time. I didn't want him to stigmatize me, but I felt like it was too good to be true in all the conversation and everything. I was like, something wrong with this man.
Yeah, I remember she keep asking, how come you single?
Yeah, something wrong.
How come you single?
Let me tell you, to the extent of which this was like a whirlwind love story kind of thing. For my birthday, this was like fast forward to December. My birthday, as I said, my schedule at the time was so busy with casino work, then nails, then baby girl, so it was crazy. And I was at work the night into my birthday, and he came to check me, and it was cheesecake, sushi, and my little birthday gift. And we sat in the car and we had dinner, and it was so romantic. So it's like, why are you single though? Something wrong.
Right.
But we
were together already by that time.
Yeah, we were together, but I was still fishing to see what's going on.
And for me, I would have come out of a relationship a bit earlier that year. And yes, as I said in previous videos or a previous video, I was just trying to be wild because I was like, but I fed up again, hurt. So I go in and try to go through the phase now, boy. Yeah, the child up the child, so I didn't want to see what you want to see. The child want to watch the video and make it. But anyhow, so I went through I was going to try to go through the phase. That's the second time in my life I tried to go through that phase. And both times I nearly ended up in relationships.
And it's not trying to be a gallus.
Right? That's before I met her, right? And then so then meeting her, everything, I was like, hey boy, this is actually in the jump back on, everything will be good again. So But as I said, I was in a relationship earlier that year and it didn't work out. I still don't fully understand why it didn't work out either. But apparently she said that I just do people something that is make people hate me and want to kill me. And
Do you really want to say that?
I don't know. It's something you're saying. I don't know, but...
For something supposed to stay in a box, you know, and not just be out there.
Okay. But anyhow, so right. So
Yes.
that's how come I was
He has
single.
a way of getting under people's skin. So I think that's why he was single. Like, if you can't deal with him, if you can't deal with him, he could make it go crazy. But
Right.
the Lord sends me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was single because, let me tell you, I felt like our generation, about what you call this generation? You call our generation?
We are millennials.
Yes. Millennials don't know about chivalry. Right? They don't know about those things. I feel like it's not gentleman. It's not stuff that I feel like I wanted. So I was like, work, and see, mama daughter, that was it for me. I didn't feel like I needed to put myself into something just to say, well, you're in a relationship, you know, because you're getting older or because you want somebody. If I get in somebody, it had to be something good. So I was not in a relationship at the time.
Oh. She gave me some sad story about she didn't have time to meet people and
then that's
she never
another
used
thing.
to go out.
We're gonna meet anybody.
But I mean, I know, man. You know, well, let me tell you something about woman. When woman want they fix, they like a pipe.
But that have nothing to do with being in a relationship. That
right?
is different.
Hopefully, see, she didn't tell me she was getting fixed. But anyhow.
That's not what I'm saying.
She didn't say that, eh? Yeah.
Listen. We're talking about the long-term relationship, the relationship that there's to talk about. Like, why were you single? Why was I single? That's what we was talking about. You understand?
So?
Right.
Yeah, you gotta keep lock on because people say sometimes when we do the videos, they be too long. So that's why we're breaking them up and recording in pieces and in parts. And yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Quest. From Tinder to forever.
That is so cute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.